The idea that we're going to be serially bringing these people in to sit with the victim's family one after another, obviously there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence a jury in this case. And I'm not saying the state is even aware that Mr. Sharpton was in the courtroom. I certainly wasn't aware of it till last night. But I think the court can understand my concern about bringing people in who really don't have any ties to this case other than political interests.
What you're doing. I have already ruled on this court's position with regard to the gallery. And with all candor, I was not even aware that Reverend Jackson was in the courtroom until you started your motion. I have indicated the court's position. The court's position hasn't changed. At this point, it's almost as if you're just trying to continue this for purposes other than just bringing it to the court's attention. And I find that objectionable from the court standpoint.
What's good, fam? This is your boy D Rose again with the Supremely Black Podcast. Thank you for tapping in. I'm actually on the move today, but I had to definitely make sure I kept you all in the loop on what's going on with this Ahmaud Arbery case, man. This is the third time that the judge has actually had to step in and let them know that the comments that they're making in regards to the black pastors being present is now they're pushing a narrative. And so what they're really wanting to get to a point is that they're wanting to push for a mistrial, which has been denied, which is huge. But here's the crazy part about the shit is that these white men are now trying to use their privilege to incite a riot by their actions. And by riot, I mean now, since there has been an outpour of black support, meaning coming in the form of pastors, the next thing that they're wanting is for white supporters to start to show up. And then now you get to a point where you don't even have a sensible seek for justice. This is now turned into a bigger race war or bigger race bait than it has to be, even though we all know that when the white men had cornered Ahmaud, what their goal was, they could say it was a citizen arrest. They're strapped with a shotgun. You could hear the slurs just like the police officer said, or Roddie had heard that he said nigga, like nigger, like not nigga as we do as a form of endearment, nigger, like fuck that nigga. Like that's the type of time that they were on when they approached him. So there's not any way to even try to skim over that. This is the crazy part about it though, is that what I want us as we're looking at this to be just very mindful of, don't play into the game, because even though the court is holding its own justice, they're purposely trying to get us baited in with this. Because if, say for instance, the KKK or whoever supports them, the Proud Boys, happens to come to the actual Glenn County and are standing out there in representation of the people that killed Ahmaud Arbery in broad daylight, imagine of what the fuck outside of that courtroom is going to look like with active white supremacists and black pastors. What's going to be our response to that is what I'm feeling, the way that they're trying to go with this. And they're purposely putting it out there because it's real and that's how they feel. But also, if this came to a case, do you understand the unrest that would be in Glenn County? Like, just think about that. And I'm going to be touching bases with you all, and I'll be back in my normal place tomorrow. But I just had to have this conversation right now as they just did the final closing for today on the Ahmaud Arbery case. Just think about that. Like, make sure you share this video. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you subscribe if you're rocking with the content. Go back and check out our previous episodes. I've talked about this. We've talked about some other dope stuff as well. This is your boy D Rose, and I'm out. Salute.